Check me out, AP Micro B-Day. My income just went up. I'm making money, money. You like that? You like money? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that's actually the first lesson you need to know for income elasticity of demand. Disregard the price. So first rule, income can shift the demand curve, right? So if my income, say, is $200 normally here, and I have a 50% increase in income, so income goes up 50%. As you can see here, I'll now have a shift to the right at 300. So the new will be at 300. My new income, my new demand curve will be at 300. So that's the first thing you need to know, is that income elasticity of demand can shift the demand curve. And that can also happen to the left. If my income were to go down, I had a bad month, boss man tells me, hey man, gotta have the doc your pay, $200 this week. Sorry. Be like, all right, makes sense. So let's get into it. So the equation you need to know for income is income elasticity is equal to the percentage change in quantity demanded over the percentage change in income. That's all you really need to know, because that's how you find everything from here. So let's get into this even deeper, shall we? Let's say that my income is going to go up 40%, right? And right now, I'll show you the math, but I'm just writing down the math. Income's going up 40%. So the quantity demanded of this good is going to go up 10%, which equals 0.1 over 0.4, which equals, let me do the math on the calculator. I'm not very good at math. Okay, I get it. My batteries are low. 0.25, or 1/4, which you don't really need to know that, but it's just another way of 0.25. So, it means that it is relatively income inelastic, because we know 0 to 1 is relatively inelastic and 1 to infinity is elastic from the previous video I've made. So let me show you the math here so you know how to set it up. Alright, would I have to switch it to this way? Nope, same thing. Okay, so now that we know that, we also know that because both of these are going up, it's a plus 10% and plus 40%. If income's going up 40% and income is going up 40%, yes, and quantity demanded is going up 10%, it is a normal good. Because as I'm getting more income, I'm also demanding more of this product. And this could happen if it were a negative as well. So if it went down 10% and down 40%, it would still be a normal good because they're moving in the same direction, and a normal good is always positive. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. Positive divided by a positive is a positive as well. So if it's positive, it's a normal good. And this could also be income relatively income elastic, if the numbers were switched around per se. Say it was 40% over, so 0.4 over 0.1 this time. You would get, yikes, 0.4 divided by 0.1, you'd get 4 relatively elastic. So now let's go over the second scenario you can get, the second conclusion you can draw from this. So let's say income's going down 35%, we're negative 35%, and the quantity demanded is going to go up 15%, positive 15. So this equals 0.15 divided by 0.35, which equals, it's pretty awkward number there, but I'm just going to round it, 0.43, which once again is relatively inelastic, and it's negative 0.43, relatively inelastic, right? Now, what do you think this is if it's negative? You guessed it, it's an inferior good. So it is an inferior good anytime they're moving in an opposite direction or the equation becomes negative. So since they're moving negative 35% and plus 15% in the quantity demanded, you can already tell it's inferior just from the way they're moving. But the equation sells you when you know it's a negative 0.43, right? So you know that already just from previous knowledge. And this is all this is doing is calculating how much the income is shifting. So that is the two conclusions you can draw. If it's positive, you know it's a normal. And if it's negative, you know it's inferior. They can both be relatively income elastic, and they can both be relatively income inelastic. And it doesn't matter which. It just matters if the number is above 1 or below 1. It doesn't matter if it's inferior or normal. An inferior good can be relatively elastic and vice versa for both of those. So that is that. Also, a little tips and tricks for just for you to know. It is easier to tax a elastic item. No, it's easier to tax an inelastic item than it is an elastic item. And this is because, self-explaining, inelastic, you're likely to buy it no matter what the price is. And if it's elastic, you're not likely to buy it with the price change. So the government will tax inelastic items more than they'll tax elastic items. There you go. That's your little bit of knowledge. Hope you can make more income just like myself, because, I'm working hard, I'm studying, learning, getting paid, getting bigger, getting faster, getting stronger. Yeah, that's how I roll, baby. That's how I roll.